Right, in this post I'm going to be discussing the shoot, which is now done. It's I originally would have liked to done a post midway through the shoot to talk about it, but it's been really hectic, so yeah, here I am now talking about it since it's been finished. Yeah, I think all in all, to kind of summarise with it, I think the footage is fairly indicative of how the shoot went, which I think is really, really well. I think regarding acting and stuff, Josh and Rachel were both really, really, really good. They did a brilliant job of putting across the character of Eli and Isidore, and yeah, it's been that they did a great job. Footage that Deck's got looks really nice. Kind of since, because we've had a little while of reviewing it and stuff like that lately, so we've been watching through things. Would have liked to have maybe an extra day, I think, to just get a few more angles and stuff like that, and a couple more cutaways and things. But I think that's always the case, to be honest, with this kind of thing. You just always need to get a little bit more done. But with the actors both coming from outside of Bournemouth, it's quite difficult to get them back again. But I guess more sort of pertaining to me and what I've been up to on the shoot and stuff was, as I said previously, the main thing that I was doing in the shoot was directing, and I won't really talk about holding the boom mic because that's fairly self-explanatory. I held a boom and pointed it at people. But in terms of directing, yeah, I was almost perpetually script in hand for the whole piece, making sure that kind of the way that the actors delivered their lines and stuff was how I kind of envisioned it on the shoot and during the writing and stuff like that. What would sort of like a typical scene, the way we do it is we get to the place where we wanted to shoot it. Deck and Alex would they'd start sorting out things like the camera. Deck would set up exposures and things like that, and then the two of them would sort out the plug in the boom and things like that, get the microphone all sorted, and yeah, they while they were sort of planning ahead for shots and things like that, what I'd do is I'd sit with the actors and basically explain the scene to them, explain their little character background bits for the scene and things like that, like whether or not they're tired or if they're whatever emotion is kind of critical to the scene and stuff. And yeah, sort of chat through it with them a bit. Maybe do a quick read through, and then I'd leave them for about 10-15 minutes to do a couple of run throughs themselves, because the scenes are never really longer than 2 minutes a piece. So yeah, just literally let them do a couple of read throughs by themselves. Come back to them after that, and basically have one. Just get them to read it through, and I'd watch, see how they do it and stuff like that. Tweak any bits that I think need tweaking, or like delivery that needs changing and stuff. But other than that, we'd basically get ready. Camera would be in position, make sure it's all in focus and stuff like that. We'd shoot the footage, try and get as many different angles as we could and stuff. We'd try and do the scene all the way through for each angle that we wanted to get it from. So if it's a conversation between the two of them, you'd have like front on from there, and then one from the other side, like that kind of thing, and then front on with the two heads just blah blah blah, chatting away at each other, that sort of thing. But yeah, no, it's gone really well. The footage for the stop motion looks really good. That was really fun to shoot as well, actually, because it was obviously a little bit silly because it was had Victor and Jamal, the other two actors. They were the ones running in, and they had spears on them and stuff like that, because they're kind of the characters they play are kind of these sort of like quite worldly huntsmen and stuff like that. They're very savvy in terms of like surviving in the wilds and stuff like that. And yeah, so they came out, and it was lots of jumping and sort of shouting and things. Really good fun. But yeah, that's kind of sort of how well the shoot's gone and stuff like that. We're Footage all looks great. There's no sort of bits where we've had focus dropped and things like that. We've I think in terms of problems and stuff, there's one scene where unfortunately the microphone wasn't plugged in, which was something we stupidly didn't realise until afterwards. So that's a bit of a pain, but it's only for one angle. We've got the audio from another angle, and fortunately the actors have delivered the lines fairly consistently throughout each take. So it means that what we're going to have to do, it's a bit time consuming, but nonetheless it's something that we can sort out. Is we've just got to sync up the audio and essentially dub it basically with the audio from a previous take. But we've had a quick go at it, and it already looks nice. It's not particularly visible on the actual edit and things. Yeah, no dropped focus or anything like that. Everything's gone very well. I think I've definitely learnt a lot from directing on this, because it's kind of allowed me to work in directing stuff that's more I guess pertaining to what I want to do in the future and stuff, and that is hopefully the kind of the pie in the sky for me is directing for films or indeed TV, just anything with like a narrative and stuff like that. I really would jump at the chance to work in, and yeah, it's been very good fun, really enjoyable. If I've got any stills or anything like that, I'll add them to the end of this video as a little montagey thing. But other than that, in the next video blog, I'll do like a brief chat about the edit and things. Basically, I'm going to be doing I'll do a brief overview of like once we've done sort of the first draft of the edit and stuff, and then probably later on I'll do another quick 5-6 minute long post on how the edit's gone with final polishing and stuff like that. But yeah.